Assalamualaikum and hi! Right now, I am going to present about my second individual assignments for subject Islamic Finance, FIN546. For these assignments, we have been required to provide information on comparison between institution and markets in Islamic financial service versus institution and market in the conventional financial services. I am Anis Akila binti Zainal Abidin with ID number 2020-968-157. I am from class BA24248. For this sharing, I am going to share 4 main focus or contents, which are the value proposition, structure, operational mechanism, and instrument in both Islamic and conventional financial services. First thing first, what is Islamic finance? It is a types of financing activities that must comply with Islamic law or Sharia. By mean, all of the concept, principle and more must be permissible under Sharia. The common practices of Islamic finance and banking came into existence along with the foundation of Islam. While conventional finance is a type of financing activities that governed by fully man-made principle. By mean, all of the concept, principle and more will be followed by the man-made law. Okay, now let's move on the first point, which is value proposition. Value proposition. A value proposition is an important component of a company's overall marketing strategy. The value proposition is a statement or declaration of intent that introduces a company's brand to consumer by explaining what the company stands for, how it is operated, and why it deserves their business. Through this, it will persuade a potential customer that one specific product or service offered by the company will add more value or better solve a problem for them compared to others. The value proposition for Islamic finance are: first, partnership modes of finance. Islamic finance industry is not averse to profit making. Its value proposition is more of bringing benefits to the doorstep of their customers in a mutually beneficial managed through partnership modes of financing. Second, firmly rooted in the Maqasid Sharia. The value proposition of Islamic finance, firmly rooted in the Maqasid Sharia, traditionally involve ethical investing and green business. While the value proposition for conventional finance is consumer-friendly. It is geared toward consumer-friendly customer service that are meant to attract more customers with the ingenious objective of profit maximization. Okay, now the structure. In this method, it is referred on how an institution organizes or setting up the financial activities. Here it is the comparison of Islamic and conventional financial structures. The structure of Islamic finance. It is single function in which customer deposit or investment pool are used to fund financing portfolio or invest in investment instrument from which returns are derived and recognized. Once the returns are calculated, they are shared by the bank and the customer's deposit or investment. This profit loss sharing structure demand a different way of managing bank. It started from sources of fund, pool of fund, application of fund, Islamic banking contract, continue with income from activities and distribution of income less expenses. While for the structure of conventional finance, for a conventional banking, the purpose of setup it is to collect deposit and give loans. This is the shareholders' understanding of what it should be. The two very distinct functions of the conventional finance is collect deposit and give loans, and the arrangement is managed by a treasury function which try to balance the return to shareholders' fund. It start from shareholder give capitals, bank receive consumer deposit and invest. Interest received distributed, customer request for loan, bank borrow interbank funds, bank lead the funds at an interest rate, customer make payment of interest plus principal. Next is operational mechanism, the means of control over the place and direction of an initiative. Hence, it is also the one of the simplest and tough, still critical of the elements. Operational mechanism for Islamic finance. Operating modes are based on Sharia law. The financial institution have to ensure all business activities are compliant with Sharia requirement. In Islamic finance, there are a prohibition of riba, gharar and maisir. Riba or usury is an excess, expansion, growth, or in other words is charging of unreasonably high interest rate. Gharar is uncertainty or ignorance of one or both parties in a contract over the substance or attributes of the object of sales or doubt over its existence and availability at the time of contract. Maisir, it is defined as any activity which involves betting whereby the winner will take the entire bet and the loser will lose his bet. The Sharia Committee. It provides an oversight accountability in ensuring that all the operation of an Islamic bank is consistent with the rules of Sharia. The Sharia Committee must ensure that their decision take into account all aspects of justice, customer protection, Sharia compliance, interpretation of customary civil practice, and practicality of implementation. In short, decision must be clear, defensible, and without any doubt to its validity. While the operational mechanism for conventional finance operating mode are based on fully man-made and secular principle without consider any religious elements. The financial contract allow all type of business activities. Basically, all of the business activities are allowed to be done as long as they can earn profit. For example, the business of liquors, adultery, and nightclub are allowed and lawful. Financial instrument. Financial instruments are defined as any contract that give rise to one entity's financial asset and another entity financial liability or equity. There are lots of contracts or instruments in Islamic finance, and few of it is sukuk, mudarabah, musyarakah, and ijarah. Similar to conventional finance, there are lots of instruments or contracts offered in conventional finance, and few of it are bonds, deposit, acceptance, and lease. As conclusion, we have seen that there are a huge difference between Islamic and conventional financial services, and each of them have their own strength to stand on this expanding economic world.